The sad death of Bape, hip-hop's favorite streetwear. Bape, the Japanese streetwear brand, entered the hip-hop world in the early 2000s. The brand's bold designs and graphic puff prints caught the attention of many hip-hop artists and celebrities, which led to Bape collaborations with Pharrell Williams, Kanye West, and Jay-Z. Bape, which stands for A Bathing Ape in Lukewarm Water, was started in 1993 by Nigo, a Japanese fashion designer who is also a DJ and used his audience as a DJ to grow Bape's popularity in Japan in the late 90s. Now, Nigo grew up in Tokyo and was heavily influenced by the hip-hop and punk scenes in the city. He was also a collector of vintage clothing, which led to his interest in designing and creating his own clothing line. Multiple factors contributed to the overall success of Bape, such as the limited availability, which maintained the brand's high level of exclusivity, making the brand highly sought after by consumers. Bape also opened multiple flagship stores in popular metropolitan cities such as New York, Paris, London, and Hong Kong, which overall helped the brand expand their international presence and cult audience. The first Bape American collaboration was with Stussy in 2002, the California streetwear brand, and the first artist they collabed with was Pharrell Williams in 2003. Now, how did Pharrell meet Nigo? Pharrell Williams met Nigo in 2003 when he was in Japan on a promotional tour, and throughout the last decade, he'd been a longtime fan of Bape and was impressed with Nigo's creative abilities, which led to them creating their own brand, Billionaire Boys Club, and solidified their lifelong friendship. Throughout Bape's 30 years of business, Bape has had several lawsuits, particularly throughout the last 15 years. In 2008, Bape was sued by Marvel Comics for trademark infringement as Bape was creating designs using Spider-Man, the Hulk, and Captain America without any licensing or permission from Marvel. Marvel claimed that Bape's use of characters and logos without permission was an infringement of his trademark and copyright, and that the clothing and accessories created confusion in the marketplace and diluted the value of Marvel's intellectual property. Now, this lawsuit resulted in a confidential settlement that forced Bape to cease using Marvel's characters and logos on all their products. Now, a year later, Bape was sued again for using the Adidas iconic 3-stripe logo on its accessories and clothing without permission. The lawsuit brought by Adidas against Bape had a significant impact on the company. At first, drew attention to the fact that Bape had allegedly copied the designs of one of Adidas' most iconic sneakers, the Superstar, which raised questions about the originality and creativity of Bape's designs and put the company's reputation at risk. Bape was forced to discontinue the production of the Bapesta, which was one of its most popular products at the time, which caused a significant financial blow to the company, losing out on a lot of revenue. The legal issues with Adidas caused a delay in the release of new products and put a major setback on the company's momentum. Like any business, the fashion business is a sector where creativity is respected and should be paid, and if people feel like you're profiting off a signature design that doesn't belong to you, it will lead to a lawsuit of you being sued for every penny. The legal issues Nigo faced over Bape's trademark infringement led to him selling the Bape brand for an amazingly low price of $2.8 million to IT Group Limited. When Nigo was asked what Bape as a brand means, he said, "Bape is about being yourself and not being a copycat. Bape is about having fun and being creative. That's why it's been so successful and why it continues to inspire people all over the world." Let me paint the picture. For years, Bape has had a tendency to copy other brands and pass their creative ideas off as their own. Finally, Bape has been hit with a massive lawsuit by Nike for copy and pasting their Nike Air Force Ones, Air Jordan Ones, and Nike Dunk designs. The Bapesta shoes are the most popular shoes made by Bape, which had many fans actually shocked as they thought this direct copy and paste of the Nike Air Force One was a collab rather than a trademark infringement, as it replaces the iconic Nike swoosh with the lightning bolt attached to a star. The Nike Air Force One is considered to be one of the most iconic sneakers in hip-hop culture. Its simple design and versatility in colorways made it a popular choice for rappers, breakdancers, and other hip-hop enthusiasts in the 80s and 90s. The shoe has become a staple in hip-hop fashion, as it's been worn by many and referenced in rap lyrics and songs. The Air Force Ones were popularized by several rappers in the 80s and 90s, such as Run DMC, which includes Joseph Simmons, Daryl McDaniels, and Jason Mizell, as well as Curtis Blow, and LL Cool J. Later, rappers such as the Notorious Big, Jay-Z, and Nelly also helped to popularize the Air Force Ones by wearing them in their music videos, concerts, and public appearances. In an interview with Joe LaPuma from Complex, Nelly spoke on how Nike didn't actually cut them a residual check for the Air Force Ones. However, Nike gave him a couple bucks during his tour where he was actually promoting the shoe with this song.
After the song, how close were you working with Nike? They actually funded the tour?
You know, at this time, nah.
Did they fund the tour,
Let me
though?
tell you something to think about it. And everybody that got Nike shoe deals and all of that need to be thanking us right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because we opened Nike's eyes to a lot of that. Like, at that time, they weren't doing it. They were just basically on some, you know, they gonna win regardless. Now, did they donate? Yes, they did donate some to the tour. They did sponsor some of the things to the tour. Because one of our tours, we came out, we had a big Air Force One that used to go across the stadium and things like that, which was really dope. And then, you know, they did load us. I didn't know it was limited time, you know, considering, but when we first started rocking Air Force Ones, they were $59.99. We did the song, 8 months later, they were $100.
The story comes full circle here. The Air Force Ones is arguably the most popular and worn shoe in hip-hop culture, and for Bape to duck litigation from Nike and sell a direct replica thinking nothing would happen is crazy. This chart clearly aligns the Nike original designs, then the Bape infringement products side by side. We have the Air Force Ones, then we have the Bape STAs. We have the Nike SB Dunks, then we have the Skate STAs. And lastly, we have the Air Jordan 1s, high and lows, then we have the core STA highs and the core STA lows. Make it make sense. Now, Bape gained popularity in hip hop at a time where people were mostly into baggy clothing, which was heavily influenced by New York City swag. A time where rap groups like Dipset, G-Unit, Wu-Tang Clan were mostly known for long rope chains with custom medallions. The Bape brand made skinny, puff-printed clothing a thing of the present. During the 2010s era, Bape reached a point of hype where people were getting robbed for their $1,000 hoodie, and in certain areas, anyone who had this hoodie, indicating a hypey status of drip, they were a target. Nigo let go of the company over a decade ago, and Bape, in the hip-hop world, has been on a decline. The once overhyped brand seems to still be a successful business, however, it is no longer relevant. The collaborations with rap moguls such as Jay-Z, Pharrell Williams, and Kanye West led to a wider audience in North America, expanding this once little brand in Tokyo to an international audience. With Bape enduring another lawsuit for their most successful shoe, is this the death of Bape, or will this lawsuit blow over just like the other ones, and Bape will still exist like a diamond in the rough? If you're interested in more, I recommend you watching How DJ Funk Flex Save 6ix9ine's hip hop image tagged above. Thank you guys for your time. I'm gone.